Good afternoon, everybody. This is Melissa Key, and in this video today I'm bringing you a word about Matthew chapter 8. In this chapter of Matthew, Jesus is healing people and performing miracles because that's who he was and that's what he did. The chapter opens with Jesus healing a man with leprosy. The man approached Jesus and said, I'm sick, I need you. And Jesus reached out his hand and he said, be healed. And the man was healed. He goes on to be approached by a Roman centurion, and this Roman centurion says, my servant is sick. My servant needs your healing, Jesus. And Jesus just said, I will come and heal him. Because the centurion had such faith, Jesus healed his servant. To think that our healing is only an ask away, a prayer away. Isn't that an amazing thing to think about? And that we, as intercessors, can pray for the healing of those around us, and by our faith, others can be healed. What an awesome gift that is, and what a responsibility it is that we have to pray for those and lift up those around us when they are in times of trouble. And God gives us a way to do that. Jesus healed many people in this chapter. Jesus goes on to calm a storm. When in our lives do we not have a storm that needs to be calmed? There's a boat going out across the lake and the waves rise and the winds come and the men are afraid. And Jesus said, why are you afraid? You have so little faith. And Jesus just spoke over the lake, and the waves died down and the winds calmed, because that's who Jesus is. He is the calm in our storm. But we forget that. When storms come, they're always loud. There's lightning and thunder and all these horrible things, and we forget that in those moments, Jesus is waiting right there to take our hand and calm the storms we're going through. Following Jesus isn't always easy, and he talks about that in Matthew chapter 8. He says that foxes have dens to live in, and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place even to lay his head. And what he was saying is that even the creatures that they created have homes of their own, but Jesus was a rebel and an outlaw in a land that didn't want him, and it wasn't going to be easy to be a follower of Jesus then, and it's certainly not easy to be a follower of Jesus now. The world would have us say that Jesus is small and he belongs in a little bitty box to be only opened on Sunday mornings and then quickly closed and put away before we go to lunch Sunday afternoon. But that's not who our Jesus is. We have a big Savior, and he expects us to have big faith. Jesus says to the disciples, and they were amazed. They said, who is this man that even the wind and waves obey him? That's our Jesus, and he's only waiting for us to call out to him. And I hope the next time you find yourself in a storm, you can also find your voice and cry out to Jesus.